What it do, dirtbags? My name is Crucimix. How's it going? I'm having a pretty good day myself. I'm not even gonna try and lie to you there. I am so filled with joy, such ridiculous glee that you wouldn't believe. I'm sitting here laying face down on my bed, kicking my feet in a delicious, delightful way, like a schoolgirl, absolutely enthralled with the majesty of life, because today is a beautiful day. Now, I hear you asking, you're wondering to yourself, what could possibly bring such joy to a conceited, cynical narcissist like me? Well, it's one simple thing, one thing that always makes me truly happy, and that is vindication in my hatred. Allow me to enlighten you. In May of last year, when I was still green around the ears, when I didn't really know what to do with the microphone, I could barely speak into it properly, and I didn't even really use the full brunt of my voice, I was very fresh to this world. The first video of mine that really popped off was a little derision, a little deridement of a little woman you might know as Sniperwolf. My disdain for this woman comes from two very specific places, the first being her content. She's very much guilty of all the same sins as Hassan Piker or XQC, where she's taking these videos made by other people, adding very minimal reactions to it, uploading it, gaining ad revenue, often being more popular. People only watch her stuff and not the other person's video, leading to her basically stealing their content. Now, I've been in the laboratory for a little while here, doing as much research as possible, and I've noticed a very stunning, staggering, and agonizing trend that has left me utterly befuddled about these reactionary streamers. See, me and the boys of the lab have cooked up a little theory, a little correlation that seems completely preposterous until you really think about it. Whenever you really look at the data, it just makes so much sense. Hear me out, because this is gonna sound pretty harebrained, but all of these reactionary YouTubers and streamers were the victim of a childhood equestrian assault. For instance, XQC, whenever he was a kid, he got kicked in the head by a horse. That's why he talks like that. Hassan Piker likewise was kicked in the nuts. That's why he thinks like that. And Sniperwolf suffered the same fate. Which leads very well into the second reason I despise this woman, because you see, she was stomped in the vocal cords by a horse, which leads to her sounding like a cat being ran through a fine mesh sieve.
My crush got me a present for my birthday. World's greatest friend. Can I get a big fat F in the chat for this dude?
It's honestly very tragic, and I do feel a little bit sorry for these Twitch streamers for being this way. It just sucks for them. I'm really sad that they have to deal with this and face such adversity in their lives that they're having to overcome with these channels, but that is not justification for the theft of people's content. All jokes aside, I'm not really sure if that's her actual voice, if she really sounds like that, or if that's just a YouTube thing, because I mean, I'm putting on a voice here, and maybe hers is just the most insufferable thing possible, but I really wouldn't want to insult her for her intrinsic qualities, as the YouTube terms of service would put it. But if that is a performative voice and I'm allowed to make fun of it, I just gotta say that it makes me want to turn my ears into ashtrays and then perform an infinite cigarette glitch to burn the sound of it from my very soul, like sin leaving the body after prayer. Genuinely, hearing it causes me a great deal of pain. And that is why, dear viewer, I am so giddy today to tell you that this woman is not just deserving of your ridicule and hatred for her voice and her content alone, but she is also truly just an irredeemably bad person. And I gotta be real with you, this might be the most excited I've been to cover a topic period on this channel, because that first video that was successful, it had a pretty bad like to dislike ratio. I was inundated with her fans, their childlike sensibilities had filled the comments section, and it's pretty funny. I've never really understood YouTubers that get like extremely upset over hate comments, because like, this is the internet. We used to be raised on that. People would send you emails claiming to know your exact address and that they were gonna come find you and destroy you, and it was all that kind of stuff. It was just funny. I gotta say though, the opposite definitely puts a smile on my face, probably because I'm a sociopath, but I really do enjoy the thought of these children that were filling my comments section just getting the shock of their life as it's revealed that their personal hero, Sniperwolf, is actually a really bad person. Which is a perfect segue into the actual meat and potatoes of this situation, but first I gotta ask, did you appreciate the way I just took maybe 2 sentences worth of dialogue and turned it into a full 4 minutes of beautiful poetry? You gotta tell me you appreciate it. Every single bit of this is improv, I never script anything, and I'm doing it all for free. You should really consider subscribing, it's a pretty good deal, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, that's enough of the YouTuber spiel, let's get into this. Yesterday, 2 very distinct personalities were on live stream, one of which is jacksfilms, a guy who I went from loving to kind of hating because I thought he was really cringe cringe, and my love for him was incredibly cringe, but now I realize he's actually been based for quite a while, and I should have never been so ashamed of one of my heroes. And the other person was of course Sniperwolf. She took to Instagram, went on livestream, and asked her fanbase, hey, should I visit jacksfilms? And the reason for this is because there's been a little bit of a beef going on between these two. jacksfilms has been utterly clowning on her systematically by doing the exact same thing she does. Every single video nearly, day after day, this man has been perfecting the art of trolling epic style, just destroying this woman with facts and logic video after video. It has been incredibly kino. And to be perfectly honest with you, I simply was not privy to this soon enough because it has been so beautiful, and I was so conceited in my belief that jacksfilms just sucked. It took finding out from this situation to realize that he's actually goated with the sauce epic style. He's really got that Gyat Ohio Riz, you know what I'm saying? Okay, alright, I'll stop. I'll stop from now on, please don't click off. Anyway, yeah, he's been making fun of her endlessly, and apparently she doesn't like it whenever people do the exact same thing to her that she does to everyone, just stealing their content, right? Isn't that a terrible thing whenever someone does that to you? How terrible. Now, how could she possibly respond to being crowned the world's most perfect fool by the same man who created Lawai and Mimi Big Boy?
Mimi Big Boy. Mimi Big Boy. Mimi Big Boy. Mimi Big Boy.
Well, of course, she opts for the most foolish option of them all. She chose to dox this man to her followers. And then, whenever he rightly comes out and says, hey, you literally just drove to my house, tried to start a conflict with me and my family, scared the hell out of my wife, made me end my live stream, yada yada yada, she comes out with a reply. She had the audacity to say, this creep has been harassing me for months, and then plays victim, saying I threatened him when I just wanted to talk to him. I have no ill intentions. It's so sad people have to constantly create drama to pay their bills. Sorry, I don't know what was going on with my voice there. Anyway, yeah, this woman had the audacity to call him a creep after she drove to his house, stayed out there for a while on live stream, demanded that he come out, all this kind of stuff. So, there's the tally. She doxed this man to her followers on an Instagram live stream, she stalked this man, and she tried to instigate a conflict. I have no ill intentions, guys. I have no ill intentions. I just want to talk.
I just want to talk to him.
Why do you have a shotgun?
I just want to talk to him.
Dad, this is...
I would do a Sniperwolf impersonation right now, but I have people sleeping in my house, and I don't really want to wake them up with the sound of a seagull being strangled. Oh, and just to add a little insult to injury, she said all that after deleting the live stream, so she clearly knew she did wrong here. Oh, but dear viewer, it doesn't end there. She released another little video that you might be interested in watching.
This guy's entire channel is just me. Every single video for the past few months has been about me. And it's just like shitting on me. And then his streams, this dude is just like low-key harassing me. Like, should I get a restraining order?
When's the last time you saw a stalker call their victim a creep and ask if they should get a restraining order on them? Now, the response to this has not been exactly what I'd like for it to be. I know it's a big ask to have everyone come out and unanimously hate this woman the way I do, but it is kind of shameful to see some of her audience defending this literal doxing. And now we reach the final leg of this whole situation, and I have kind of a question for you guys. I want to see where you stand on something, because I have a bit of an opinion formed about this, but I'd like to see what you guys think. Usually, I'm very much of the opinion that being banned is terrible. No one should be banned for any reason, and if something is illegal, it should be brought up in the court of law. It's something that should come to the real world and not be online. But in the case of this woman, she has been violating fair use for literal years, which is already probably grounds to remove someone, but now she's doxed, harassed, and done so much more to this man that I feel like the only possible option is removing her. And that is the question I'd like to ask all of you. What is the point that you say is kind of the line? The line that once you cross it, you get removed from YouTube? Because it's kind of a hard question for me. There's a lot of different things that could be crossing the line, but I really think it should be as lax as humanly possible, because I kind of hate how restrictive it is. Everything in the world on the internet has become so catered to children that it's borderline impossible to say whatever you want, just anything at all. I have barely cursed throughout this video, and I curse like a sailor. I love cursing. And keep this between me and you, but if I had the freedom, I'd be saying a lot worse than curses. It feels like a lifetime ago, but just 7 years ago, you used to be able to get away with saying so many beautiful, ugly words, and I miss it so badly. This website really lost a lot of its luster for me whenever it took away all the beautiful things you used to be able to say, but hey, that's a video for another day. I'm sorry for rhyming, but if you liked it, maybe consider subscribing. That was genuinely unintentional, but yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, turn on the notification bell, check out my Twitter, and if you're already subscribed, if you're a big fan of mine, it would really help me out, and I would really appreciate it if you could share this video around. I know that's a big ask, and if you don't want to, obviously you do not have to. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. My name is, has been, and will be Crucemix in the foreseeable future. That is Crucemix on Twitter as well. I love you. Goodbye. Also, Jacksfilms, I was there in Houston with that Taiwanese waitress. Don't ever do that again. That was not how you treat a human being, dude. That was, I don't know if something was wrong with you, if you took just too much Vicodin or something, but that was terrible. I did not enjoy watching that.
Brotherhood is finished for tonight.
Use self-restraint and don't rush into anything recklessly. Moderation in all things.
Check out one of your favorite Ghost in the Shells next.